Hello everyone. Today we'll discuss about some of the features of Java 11 which are most widely used in our day-to-day activities, and let's get started with the some of the new updates. So the first new feature is running Java file with single command. So what does it mean? It's a major change in this Java 11 version. We don't need to compile the Java source file with Java C explicitly anymore. So we know that Java files need to be compiled first before running it with Java C command. But from Java 11, no need to go with the Java C command. Directly we can run the file with Java and file name. So that particular command, this particular thing, which automatically compiles the Java file, and it will execute the output. So let's see how it works. So I have a file, you can see the public the class example and public static void main with two system modes, but hello and welcome to Java 11. So this I'm just executing it with Java example.java file. So when you execute this, automatically the output will be printed. So here I'm not doing any Java C like that. So even though we can do Java C and example, it doesn't make any compilation issues or like that. Still it works, but no need of doing this Java C. Directly we can do Java with the file name, and you can see the output as hello, welcome to Java 11. So this is one of the new advancements which comes in Java 11. With a single step we can do this. Next one. Next new feature is like new string methods. So string is most popularly used in Java because day-to-day activities we use more number of strings. So when we use strings, so Java comes up with a new methods adding into the string class. Let's say is blank, lines, strip leading, strip trailing, and repeat method. So these are the different methods that was added in the Java 11 feature. So we'll just go in detail and see how this works in our day-to-day activities and how this makes our job more simpler. So I'm opening an Eclipse IDE and I set up my project with Java 11 as a build path, and then you can see string method. So I have pre-written the code so that it makes our time more easily, and so we'll go through one by one method and we'll execute it and we'll see. So if you see here repeat method, so what does it means? Like suppose I am using string s5 dot repeat. So here the string is Java 11 and you are repeating it. That means we are repeating that particular string 3 times. So we need to mention how many times this particular string need to repeat it. You can see here the syntax repeat int count. So count means how many times this particular string need to be concatenated and need to be printed. So this is one of the importance of the repeat method. And another method is blank. Okay, so this is also new method added in Java 11. So what is the is blank add to the advantage? It's like suppose we have a string with some empty spaces. So when you do string dot s3 dot is blank, so it will return true because there is no data here. And if you see string 4, which is having some spaces and also slash n, new line operator. So when we have this, if we use is blank, even though there is no data in this, okay, so it will come as true. But we have an existing method like isEmpty method. So when you do like so dot isEmpty method, then there is something data in this, so it will return as false. So that is what the major difference between existing isEmpty method and the new method is blank. Got it? So and let's execute it. We'll see. Okay. So if you see here, repeat. I'm just given as string s5 equals to Java 11. So that means I'm repeating 3 times. If you see Java 11, Java 11, Java 11, it's repeated 3 times. And when you see as S3, I'm having some spaces in this string literal. But if you're doing is blank, that means there is no data here. It's just empty spaces. So it will treat as true. Is blank means there is no data. That's why it's returning as true. What about is empty? Yes, there is no data. So but because spaces are there, so that's why is empty will return as false. And when you go for blank again, means some data is not there and we have a slash n. So s4 dot Okay, so till here we have seen like what is importance of the is blank and is empty method. Let's say like is blank means you can see like when we execute this again, one more time we'll execute this. So if there is no string data in this, then is blank will written as true, and is empty is like if you have space or empty space with slash n. So is empty with three tabs, like there is some data in that, and it will written as false. So that is the difference between is blank and is empty. So we have another new method is like strip. Okay, so strip is nothing but it will remove the empty spaces before the string data, and after the string data, if there is an empty space, the strip method will be clearing that empty spaces. And we have other methods like strip leading and strip trailing. So strip leading is nothing but if you see the string one, we have hello. Before that we have a space. So leading means the leading spaces will be removed, and strip trailing means if you use strip trailing on S2, like it's like after hello we have after string we have some spaces, so that spaces will be removed by using this method like strip trailing. So these are some of the methods which was given by the Java 11 in for supporting the strings, and another thing is like lines method. If you see the string here, we have slash n as a as a word which can be separated, like welcome to slash n and Java 11 new line operator. So it can be divided that particular word string word into different stream of data. So for that we use lines. If you see the output as here, if you notice here, welcome to as separate, Java 11 as another, and Explorer as separate, and Java as separate. So if you use after welcome, if you use slash n operator and just again run this, you can see welcome separately, two separately. So to read some stream of data, make a streamline of data, we use lines method. So this is also one of the major important update that comes in the Java 11. And after that, if you go with the new file method, so we have a read string method and write string method in the file. So previously we used to have buffer readers and everything, right? To so that is somewhat complex, and we need to write more logic to read the data from the file. But when it comes to the read string and write string, it's very easy, and these are the static methods. So we'll see how we read the data from file and write the data. So I've just written a sample program which says that files.write string. If you see it, mouse over on it, you can see path. So where exactly the file is there and the character sequence. Okay. So in this file, we will just write something data like hello Java 11. So this data will write into the string, and when reading files.read string, very easy. Files.read string, it reads the data from the particular file and it print. So you can see here hello how Java 11. So even you can check in that file, you can see hello how Java 11. It was replaced. Some other content has replaced. No. Okay. So this is the simple way. How can we write the data into the string and how we'll read the data into the string. And when it comes to another new feature, it's like collection to an array. So this is one of the important features in collections when we use the lambda expressions and also collections. So I'm creating a list. So this is an array list. I'm adding some data into the list, and how to convert this list into an array. So the predefined method which was added in Java 11 is toArray method. So we can use list.toArray, and we can give what type of array type you require. So that type of array it will be converted, and you can print the data. So you can see the data is converted into array. From list it converted into array. So this is one of the simpler method, and we use day to day in our coding, converting a collection into the array based on the business needs and everything, right? So we can use toArray method. And the fifth one is like the not predicate method. Okay, so what exactly it means? it's a static method, not method, has been added to the predicate interface. We can use it to negate an existing predicate, much like the negate method. So it's like not null. If you see in the SQL, we use not null or the not null condition kind of thing. So that will be used in the not predicate. So in the predicate, when it comes to lambda expressions, like you can use in this way. Like suppose I have a list of some data with Java and slash n with empty space and slash n, and again hello and empty spaces. So I don't want all these slash n's empty spaces. I need only Java and hello. My requirement is like that. So I can use a stream of data and predicate not of is blank. That means whatever blank data is the is blank method, you know, right? So if slash n also, it will not consider as a string data. So this particular data and this particular data will be excluded, and Java and hello only will be printed. That's it. Java and hello. That's it. So this is what the not predicate method will be done. So not of empty spaces. That's it. So when it comes to next version, new version added is like local variable syntax. So this is like a var keyword will be used in the lambda expressions or lambda parameters, and which was added in the Java 11. And so we'll see with an example, and we need to remember some points to remember for this local variable. So whenever you're using a var keyword, so when let's say we have two parameters, so both parameters should be given as var. If you give like this var s1 comma yes, that means like it's like skipping the var to the s2, so it will fail again. Okay, and when we use like var s1 and again string s2, that means like that both types should be the same. We should not use different types. One is var and one is string. And whenever we are using single parameter, let's say only s1 is a single parameter. If you are using var s1 and lambda expression with and it's printing out s1, right? So in this way, again it make a compile time error, right? So we need to use a parenthesis. So that we'll see how it works. Right? So we'll go to this method, and you can see here like I'm using a single var, which having a single method like int check int a, and if now everything looks good. So if I remove the parenthesis, that's it. So it will not compile. So we'll get the compilation error. So it means like when you're using a single var, it should be enclosed within the parenthesis. And when we are using two parameters, more than one, so let's say we'll see with this example. Okay, and this works fine. But if you remove one var, so it fails, compilation fail. And here if you use int, it's gone again. It will fail because it shows here like var cannot be mixed with non-var parameters. So it's not it's a different parameter, one with different keyword. So we need to use var only again. So then it works. So this is what the var and how we use it. And if you see an example, it shows it prints this particular string what I'm adding into the list. I'm printing this list. Okay. So this is one of the new features that was added in the Java 11. So when it comes to last feature is like HTTP client. This is a feature like which was already introduced in Java 9, but now it has become the standard feature in the Java 11, which improves the overall performance of HTTP API that we use in the Java, and it also provides support for both HTTP 1.1 and HTTP 2. So instead of using Apache HTTP, we can use inbuilt Java HTTP feature in our coding. So I have just a sample example code for that. You can see how we use it, and just I'm calling the Google, and you can see when I call that, it gets some response body, HTTP response body for that, and you can see that. This is how it works for the HTTP client as a new feature. And I got everything, all this message from this site. I think you guys can go to this site and look into more features and what are the methods are deprecated and what more new features, performance related features added into this Java 11. So just go through this site and get more information. And I hope you liked my tutorial on Java 11 new features. Let's click on the like button and subscribe it, so I will come up with more technical updates. Thank you. Signing off, Sai Prasad.